Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look sweet.
The new generation of women. I think this video is going to be talking about how a lot of women have gotten really comfortable putting their hands on men. I think we saw like the first sign of this with that Krishan Rock. Am I saying her name right? That was like dating Blueface or not. She got real popular for being like this overly masculine, disgusting, aggressive girl. And once she popped with that clout, then we started seeing a bunch of other ratchet women pop out with the same type of energy. So it's been bad, it's been weird. Let's get right into the video, see what it's really talking about by that boy 4D Shams. Let's do it.
All right, that won't even be a thing, excuse you. What? Bitch, you heard me.
Rude. Damn. Right off the rip. Bitch, you heard me. He said, excuse me.
Have some manners.
Like I said.
I'm not gonna lie. Let me chill. I'm gotta hold our composure in situations like this. But what? Why? What was called for with that? And you called him a bitch.
And excuse you.
I would have lost her right there.
You can have some fucking manners.
Like I said.
And he's still playing it cool. Yo, shout out to this brother, man. W's for him in the chat, for real. Cause yo, he's holding it together, man. I ain't gonna lie, depending on a certain type of nigga, not saying it's me, but would have been, I woke up Chris Beasy. What?
Excuse you.
You can have some
talking
manners.
about,
You can have some...
like I said,
Damn.
excuse you.
You see what I'm saying, bro?
This guy has the patience of a saint, bro. So this streamer by the name of Jay Relly was streaming his night out with a couple of his friends, and as he's walking, this girl passes by, and as you can see in the video, she was extremely rude, and he calls her out for it. After being called out, she then proceeds to throw her cup at him, and she punches him in the face. If you want to see the full uncensored clip, it'll be on my Discord because of YouTube guidelines. And for anyone wondering how the situation with the female assailant turned out, this content creator by the name of Queen's Flip kind of brought them together and made her apologize, and they ended up hanging out for a day. So I don't know at what point it became a trend for women to start hitting men, but it's really become a thing now. You have a bunch of women going online basically bragging about how they're crazy and they're toxic, and the way that shows itself is basically through them admitting that they hit men. Remember when you used to beat men? And the sad part is, most of the people in these comments are viewing it as a joke. God forbid a girl has a hobby. Can y'all take a joke? Real, oh my God, proud of you. That's just insane. This is the only comment I saw that actually took this serious and kind of pointed out how it's wrong to hit someone regardless of gender. And these videos keep on going. I hit men.
Me remembering the time I beat up my boyfriend and hit him with a Henny bottle, then called the police on him for hitting me, but told them I hit him first and then ended up going to jail instead of him.
Mind you, she obviously didn't learn her lesson and definitely views the whole situation as a joke because she came and made a TikTok about it. They probably saw a trend of women talking about hitting men and they thought, oh, let me join in and maybe get some likes. Not to be that guy, but imagine if the roles were reversed.
Now you might thought that's funny, but what if it was the other way around?
My bad.
If it was the other way around, he's leaving in handcuffs. The SWAT team's gonna break through. And he's getting thrown under the jail. And his PR is over with. It's gonna go viral across all platforms. It's gonna end up on the news. Wanted posters in the streets. It would have been bad.
Yo, I just had to include that clip in there, bro. My reaction the first time I ever hit a man in his mouth for disrespecting me, when I caught myself hitting my boyfriend during our arguments. I love hitting men that do me wrong. That's my effing problem. And look, I'm not trying to get on here and make it seem like men are these innocent, defenseless creatures. It's actually the opposite. I'm actually pretty confident that most men are more than capable of defending themselves against a female abuser. You put your average man against your average woman, 9 times out of 10, the man is taking that. And this isn't just me talking. They've actually tested this out. A 2 women versus 1 man match.
Where is this? Not saying that I co-sign this type of activity, but this just actually looks entertaining and it's consensual. They signed up for this. Where's the link to this? I want to watch this.
The woman wore headgear and everyone had gloves, and if you don't know, the gloves kind of reduce the damage. As you can see, he's basically mollywopping them, bruh. Obviously, one-on-one, they stand no chance, so he's trying to separate them and attack one person, and then the other girl comes from behind, now they're trying to...
This is a big nigga, though. Not to say that if he was smaller, it would be a difference, but holy.
Kick or punch, but it's not doing much damage. I think the only chance they really have is if he kind of, you know, runs out of stamina. but that's an issue they face as well. At this point, they're kind of terrified of him, honestly. Keep in mind, this guy literally looks like he's out of shape. Now, I'm not saying being in shape necessarily attests to your fighting prowess, but you don't look at this guy and think, oh, okay, this is like peak fighting physique. They stopped attacking at this point.
Oh my
It's
god.
like a 1v1, and
Bro, are we allowed to watch this? This feels wrong watching, bruh. This feels illegal watching this. I'm not gonna
you
lie.
know that's not fair.
Oh!
Is it
Oh!
weird? But he looks like he's having too much fun with this.
He said, I got you with the link after this video, Berto. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I might need to tap into that. Hell nah.
Bro, her face is bloody. That's insane. Now, you might be wondering, what if it's 3 women versus 1 man? Well, sad to tell you, it's the same outcome.
On one target, and despite being
The same? Oh, there's a sumo wrestler ass nigga.
So again, he's focused on one person.
Harlots, he's already got his eyes on his appetizer.
Bro, look at the girl with the red
Despite this being
hair.
a handicap match, he seems to be
He's eating. Nah, bro. My nigga hit the. Literally put his hands on his side and ate that shit. Look at this, chat. This nigga literally put his hands on his side and ate that shit, bro.
The girl with the red hair.
Being a handicap match, he seems to be holding his own. Look out.
He literally went like this on him. This is like a Pokemon move out of Snorlax. You know Snorlax? The Pokemon? Yo! This is crazy.
How unaffected he was from a kick to the stomach.
This looks like a final boss battle match in a video game. It feels like they're doing like 1 damage.
His back is turned. Redhead, now is your chance.
Take that.
If y'all don't get her useless
she
ass
doing?
out of there with the softest kick to this man's glutes. Man,
Let's be honest, this dude looks like he would trip on himself.
man's just helicopter spin into a. Oh my lord! Why is he hibernating?
Exposing the cheeks is
Homie
crazy.
looking like a metapod using Harden. He don't feel no damage.
I'm sorry, but this just isn't fair. No offense to those 3 women and their efforts, but it seemed like dude was his own biggest enemy. It genuinely felt like dude was liable to trip and fall over any second because he just seemed so unbalanced. So I can't even imagine how this fight would have went if they brought a normal man who wasn't extremely out of shape. But yeah, if you want to know how it would turn out if it was actually trained fighters, you know, not some frail woman and an overweight man, this is how it would look.
Right there already.
He got him in 43 seconds. So this is round 2.
Laura, look at her face. She's trying to kill this dude. There's a Kimura.
But
She's trying to kill. So they're putting in damn near max effort.
wow. And they're both trained fighters. This is crazy, but again, it's like, does it surprise me, bro? It's really no diss to my women, but it's like we are just stronger. This is, in most cases, I would say 8. Will I give it 8? I'll say 8 out of 10 times, bro. Most men are gonna be stronger than most women, regardless of what you got going on. You would have to be like, I don't know. You would have to be so much stronger than me. And then not to mention, like, I'm fucking 6'3". I'm in the gym every day. Bro, I'm not going. I'm not going.
And he's giving them advice.
No injuries.
Like he's coaching them.
You would have to be She-Hulk. Not for real. See, this is why I don't spar guys in my MMA gym. The thing is, I would actually say it'd probably be good to spar guys. Like, if you are a girl and you want to, like, max out your stats, it'll probably be good for you to spar guys. I mean, you probably get your ass beat a lot of times, but then when you go back down to the girls, you're really hitting for some shit, though. I remember there was a lot of, I remember I had a friend who... she would always play like on the guy basketball teams and the guy like sport teams back in like middle school and like early high school. And then she ended up being like the best like female on her team.
Oh yeah, it's over. It's over.
Oh my God. Oh!
Easy.
Okay, so how about if it's a trained female fighter versus a regular guy? How would that turn out?
My stupidity thinking that I could beat a man. I went into the back alley while I was serving and I fought the line cook, going at each other for a long time. A long story. He dropped me 3 times. I got dropped. I popped right back up. I went at him again. He dropped me again. I had my eye swollen shut for 3 days and 11 stitches in my eye. I thought that I could fight a man. I don't have any ego to be like, oh,
wow, UFC champ too.
beat a man. Learned my lesson. I don't want anything to do with fighting dudes. I actually was in my head of being like, no, I'm a pro fighter. I can fight this guy and I'm gonna beat him. Juliana, he's 6'3", you're 5'6", like take.
Yeah, bro. It's just, I don't know, bro.
Take that into account, you know, or like trying to like bob and weave your way in there to like get him down. All I gotta do is get in close and take him down and then I'll choke him. I couldn't even do that because the second that I tried to enter, I was getting dropped.
Keep in mind, Juliana is the former 2-time UFC bantamweight champion, so she's no slouch. It's not crazy to say.
I think I just saw her fight, bro. I think I just saw her fight like a few months ago. She was putting the paws on Shorty. I think she lost though, but I also feel like the judges robbed her.
That she's probably winning against like 99 or 98% of women in the world. So for her to lose that badly against some random line cook just goes to show you the difference. And I know a lot of people are gonna make the point that, oh, this guy's like 6'3", but we can't even take that as a fact because after a certain height, it kind of starts becoming hard to distinguish between the different heights. It's guys who are like 6'1" telling girls that they're like 6'3", 6'4", and they actually believe it. Now, if the last clip wasn't convincing enough because, you know, you got stuff like the height difference, the weight difference, and you know, and the fact that it was a fight and someone might always have the chance to win because they get a lucky shot. Well, how about when it's something simple like arm wrestling? Now, I do acknowledge that arm wrestling definitely has some technique to it, but I feel like a big chunk of it is just pure raw strength.
No, I'll just kick it.
Look, she's pissed.
She's actually angry right now.
If you win again, she might punch you.
I kind of want to see it.
I know, me too.
Can we get a flex off?
Can we just...
Oh my God, that bitch is swole. Hell no.
Acknowledge how
that bitch's bicep bigger than mine.
Roided up, how swole this lady looks, and then let's compare her to the guy.
2, 1, go!
Get it done, girl. Get it done.
Come on!
Let's go. Smash it, smash it.
Turn! Ryan, go! Go!
And he's competing. You can still take her, gang. No, I know. I'm not losing. That's for sure. I'm not fucking losing. But Jesus. Especially if this nigga's doing it, because I look way better than this nigga.
Grab the table with your other arm. Pull!
Come on, dude.
Oh my God, she is trying, bro. She's trying so hard, her fucking face is changing. Her face look mutated here. Oh my God.
Come on!
And he's laughing.
Man, she looks like she's about to pop a vein.
Laughing! Come on!
Oh my God.
Push! Go! She's quitting!
Oh, come on.
Hit her!
A little more,
Hit her.
dude.
Go! Ryan, come on, bro! Put her down! He wins! Let's go!
Now let's be honest, that dude
She choked him out.
looks like he does 3 sets of sit on the couch, followed by 3 to 4 sets of pick up the remote.
Facts.
Now hear me out. My point in making this video isn't to shit on women about how weak they are and how much better men are, because I don't think that's the case. I just feel like in certain fields, men have the advantage, just like in certain fields, women have the advantage.
And that's why our shits are separated, bro. It's as easy as that. That's why you don't see women playing in the NBA. There's a WNBA. It's just we are naturally more athletic. That doesn't mean y'all aren't talented. That doesn't mean y'all aren't skilled. That doesn't mean y'all aren't strong. That doesn't mean all of the things. But it's just like you can't... I don't even know a good analogy that wouldn't degrade. But it's just like... I mean, the best analogy is just exactly what it is. Men versus women. It's got to be woman on woman fights, men on men fights. We're not equal in that way. No matter how much y'all want it to be that to be the case, it can't happen biologically. It's not gonna happen.
I think as a male growing up, we all experienced that time in our life, or at least I experienced it, where you kind of have to stop horseplaying with women. For example, I got an older sister. Growing up, we used to rough each other up all the time. But once I hit a certain age, I kind of automatically understood that.
It's kind of like when you horseplaying with a girl, you got to kind of be like a dog that's play fighting. You ever like been playing with your dog and it's literally biting you with its teeth, but you don't feel the pain because the dog instinctively knows, like, I cannot, you know, do too much because I'm going to hurt my owner. That's literally what guys have to do when they fucking around with their girls, bro.
Okay, I can't keep doing this with her because I might hurt her. Now, some guys realize this on their own. Some guys have to be told by the male figures in their lives, but we all kind of figure it out at some point. And I know there's gonna be some super macho woman out there who gets offended by this video and thinks, oh, us women can beat up men as well. And trust me, I totally agree. I know there's women out there who could probably beat the crap out of some men, but I'm just talking in general. My biggest fear is that women start normalizing hitting men and then they run across that wrong guy. It only takes one person.
The thing is, it doesn't even need to go that way. Like, women just shouldn't be hitting men. The same way that men shouldn't be hitting women, women should not hit men, because you guys don't want that smoke, bro. Honestly, and I've said this in other videos too, like, I know there's some slimy, weird ass niggas out there, but for y'all own safety, I would go as far to don't even be doing the slick mouth shit, bro. Like, I know there's some weirdos out there that where you feel like you need to verbally put them in your place, but I ain't gonna lie, like, I be telling, like, the women in my life that I care about, like, yo, like, whether it's my sister, whether it's the girl I'm talking to, like, anything. If you have a problem with a stranger that is a male, handle it with grace. Handle it with grace, because especially nowadays, there's crazy guys out there, bro. There's crazy guys out there, bro. So you go out there and fucking talking about some fuck you, bitch ass nigga, pussy nigga, you like, now what? You by yourself, and he decide that, you know what, I'm gonna teach you a lesson today. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm not justifying it. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, I'm not saying that he should be allowed to do that. But what do you do when it happens? The best thing for you to do is just handle it with grace. Kill it with kindness. No, I'm sorry, I'm good. And if they really not going, you know, go find help. You know, go to the nearest trustworthy looking man, you know, security, cop. And then, you know, maybe if it's not that, maybe you even got to play the okie doke. Be like, oh yeah, I'm interested. Here's my number, or here's my Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And then just never hit him up. And I know you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that. But that's the safe thing to do, for real. In my opinion, bro. In my opinion. Because people too crazy out here. And if it were to really go down, and you done excite a nigga to, the wrong nigga to do the wrong thing, you putting yourself in harm's way for, I don't want to say for no reason, but just for pride, essentially. Because you want to get a couple of slick words out.
Person who doesn't care. And sometimes it isn't necessarily some evil guy. It could be a regular person just having a bad day, and you press the wrong buttons, you keep bothering them, and then you lay your hands on them and they just react. This video is the perfect example of what I mean when I say the wrong guy.
Like, what you talking about? Like,
oh shit.
Hey. You mean, like, what you talking about? Stay over there.
So dude starts off chill.
He's not speaking for you. You got a bum skateboard jacket that came out in 1990. Bro.
He's letting her talk.
He's just like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I know this is a clip, so maybe we're not getting the full context of the situation, but you just going in on this nigga for what?
She's roasting him.
Towering over, he's looking down at you.
That's this one. Get your money up. Simple. Like, I'm done. I'm just done. Get your money up. All right?
And I wish she was done there. I wish she was done.
Don't nobody want Steve Madden no more.
What the? Why you stuck to Steve Madden?
They be thinking this shit's a game. They want to play disrespectful. And again, I'm not justifying it. Him as a man, he need to hold his composure and still just hold that. Let that shit slide. But on some real shit. Then a nigga flash and you confused.
Attack another guy. They knock his camera.
You can't even afford this now. Nobody watching you. What you doing that for?
Look at this. Look at this.
Does it again.
2 strikes. Touching random men on their head. Being disrespectful.
I don't talk when you get mad.
You sound stupid.
Dirty bitch.
And now she initiates the contact. I'm watching the video and I moved my head when I heard that smack, bruh. Yo! Smack the fuck out of her, stupid.
When you get mad.
You sound stupid.
Dirty bitch.
You sound You know me?
Huh? Didn't even need to do that. All that for what? All that for what? And she hit him first too. And she really lucky that he went open hand. Cause if it was closed fist, she would have been absolutely cooked. Literally, bro. I don't hear no talking. You know, her voice was very distinct. After that slap sound effect, I hear crickets. I just hear oh and crickets. She not talking no more.
The slap that was heard across the world. After dude slapped her, he got jumped by her homegirls, and some men on the train. But I hope we can all see how this situation could have easily been avoided. If she, 1, made her point without being so aggressive and using a calm tone, and 2, not put her hands on him. The guy seemed like he was super calm at the beginning of the interaction.
Yeah, literally, it looked like he was damn near smiling down on her. It wasn't until she overstepped, honestly, bro. The only time it's okay to hit a woman as a man is if she putting your life in or someone else's life in danger. I agree. I'd agree. I mean, again, even then, as a man, I would say you really have to try not to even let it get to that, bro. You know, de-escalate. And that doesn't just go for women, bro. I just feel like real shit, man, woman, whatever it is, you just should try to not resort to violence every time. Like, violence should almost never be the answer, bro. It should almost never be the answer. Now, again, as a nigga who has morals, respect, and I treat people with respect, there's just certain shit I'm not going for. And if it's gotta go there, I mean, it is what it is, bro. But we do need to have enough patience and enough maturity to be able to look the other way, bro. Because it just don't be worth it. In most cases, the violent shit is almost never worth it. Because what you gonna do? Whether you might end up fuck around, hurt yourself. You might fuck around, break limbs. You know, especially when it comes to street fights. And this is like, you know, the most of the cases we're talking about. When you get in an altercation with somebody random on, you know, it's a street fight. There's no rules. Motherfuckers grabbing chairs, they doing all types of shit. And don't let them have a weapon, which most people do. I live in Houston, Texas. Everybody got that shit on. You know what I'm saying? Now you lose your life and over something that just was probably bullshit. You know what I mean? So, again, I know it's easier said than done, but niggas gotta be disciplined enough to just de-escalate, and, you know, walk away. And that's, again, yeah, you're right, Pablo. That it's not even considering jail time you probably gonna get.
He didn't really raise his tone until she went to the other guy and knocked his camera. But moral of the story is, I'm not trying to condone hitting women by any means. I just want women to stop normalizing this behavior and start moving smarter. And I mean, as someone who has 4 sisters, I always advise my sisters never to argue.
4 sisters is crazy. But you see what he's saying? Same thing I'm saying. Like, all the women in my life, I always advise, like, don't be arguing with no nigga, bro. Don't argue with no nigga. Don't be saying nothing that is disrespectful. Even if they're disrespecting you, bro, like, I know that sounds crazy, but it's just not worth the trouble that could potentially come with pissing the wrong nigga off, especially if he's a fucking weirdo. You know what I mean? It's not worth it for y'all.
You with a man, especially if I'm not there. As much as there's men out there who believe in chivalry and not putting hands on women, there's also plenty of men who don't care for that. And I also want to call out the women who are abusing this chivalry. Because they know that a man won't hit them back.
They think they won't hit them back. Until they fucking round and find out.
They feel empowered to assault a man, which is never okay. Violence in general is never okay. And for all the ladies who think I was showing too much favoritism towards the men, here's a 6'4" woman toying with a UFC champ.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, shit. But they're both playing, though. I'm curious to see how this would actually go down if they was both consensually going for it. I still kind of think he would probably bust it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, they're clearly playing right here. They're not going blow for blow. Yeah, look at it. And this is cool. You know, I'm not mad at this. Like, this is a good way of, you know, sparring and shit. But even in my boxing class, you know, believe it or not, but like in my boxing class, I've sparred a girl before. It was all body shots and, you know, it's like controlled punches. So it was very similar to this. But if it was like blow for blow though, like we really going for it, I ain't gonna lie. I think he would have actually picked her ass up off that ground for real. She's tall as shit though. Look, see, bro, look. Oh, it.
If you made it this far, I appreciate you so much for watching.
W video, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. At the end of the day, bro, you know, violence just ain't the answer. I already said it. From men, women, it kind of don't matter. No, men should not be putting their hands on women in general, but that don't mean that women should be exploiting that and putting their hands on men. So it's a double standard, but it's one that I think is valid to a degree. But we, on both ends of the spectrum, we just need to be walking away from violence in general. I know it's easier said than done. Me personally, I don't like to go to disrespect. And I've said multiple times, there's certain situations I've seen on the internet where I'm like, yo, thank you, Lord, for not putting me in that. Because I want to believe that I'll be disciplined enough to walk away. But, you know, when you are in the heat of the moment and shit is going on, and we're talking about violence, it be so, like, unpredictable. You kind of never really know what you're going to do until you're in that situation. So the best thing to do is just try to avoid confrontation and violence altogether. But my name's Berto. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tap into my Twitch streams. The link will be in the description. That's where you at, Berto. And y'all already know where to find me. If you're watching on YouTube, this is the end of the video. But if you're watching on Twitch, we're going to keep it going.
Where you at, Berto?